All you guys should watch this lady. She was just busy getting it off her chest in a little claim court in Lagos, Nigeria. I want you guys to watch this lady and you will understand that life is not easy. Thank you for watching it and sharing it to other people so that they can get experience from this story.
I used to live at First Stack with my husband and two of my kids, a boy and a girl. We lived there for 3 years. He lost his job and I had a business I was doing. The business was going fine.
What kind of business is that?
I sell human hair, wigs and weave-ons. I sell online. I sell Ukonga, Jumai, WhatsApp status, Instagram and Facebook. So the business was doing well. I was the one catering for everything in the house. So there was one day, a friend of mine that works with Silverbed called me and she said she has a slot in Silverbed if I would like to work. So I thought of it. I said, my husband doesn't have a job and I have a business. So why don't I give him this job? So I asked her, I said, can you give my husband a job instead? She said, why? Can't you do the job and still do your business? I said, no, the load will be too much for me. Since it's I do, please give him the job. So she said, okay. But one thing I want to tell you is that you're sending your husband to Silverbed. Just know you've lost your husband. I now said, why? She said, you want to expose your husband to the public. He will be meeting people there. I now said to her, if he will go there and forget what made him to go there to work, then I don't know what is wrong with him, because I was working with the master before, but not a full staff, and I didn't go there to misbehave. I knew what I went there for, and I knew I had to put food on the table, so I faced my job. I got a lot of advances from men, and I never fell for any of them. So I told her, I said, so give him the job, so the load will be released from me. So she said, okay, get me his CV. He got the job. He was happy. I was happy. We were happy. So he started the first month. Everything was going well. He started contributing in the house. He brings, I bring. So the load was a little bit released. So after the first month, the second month, I noticed some changes in him. He stopped coming home. When I asked him, he would say they worked late, so he can't start entering the road that night. I didn't doubt him. I believed him. It happened so many occasions. So I called my friend. I said, do you people work late and some people will stay back? She said, no. That's how come he's staying back. I said, I don't know. That's what he told me. She just laughed. She said, I told you. I didn't say anything. Then the next thing I noticed was he stopped putting on his wedding ring. I will find the ring inside the wardrobe. I will find the ring on the table. So I will call him and say, honey, you didn't put your wedding ring on today. Oh, I forgot. It kept on reoccurring. So one day I called him again. I said, you forgot to wear your wedding ring again. He now said, this woman, leave me with this ring. What's your problem? So our rent got expired in First Stack. I now called him. I said, how are we going to pay the rent? I have 150. How much do you have? He said, I don't have. Look for the money and pay. And I said, but you're working. He said, I've told you, look for the money and pay. In fact, I don't like this First Stack again. I want to relocate. I said, okay, to where? So we can look for a place. He said, I don't know. Just look for the money and pay. So the rents kept on accumulating. So the landlord came and said he wants to renovate the house, that we should no more pay, we should leave. So he now said that I should be looking for a place, so that him is looking for a place. And I said, you're looking for a place, I'm looking for a place. Are we not staying together? He said, I don't know. Please. So one day I was at home. He came back from work. The children has gone to school. He came back in the afternoon. So he now told me, find your way. I'm finding my way. And I looked at him. I said, what's the meaning of find your way? You're finding your way. He said that he's getting another place, and the place he's going to, I would not like to go there. I said, where is the place? He said he doesn't know. So it was later I heard from his friend that he had already paid for a place at Ikorodu. He didn't want me to know. So he had plans to leave, to go and start another life somewhere. So that day, I now asked him, I said, did you pay for a place at Ikorodu? He said, yes, that he has paid for a place at Ikorodu and that's where he wants to go and stay. So me, I should find my way. So I looked at him. In my heart, I was like, is this how my marriage wants to go down? 10 years marriage. I sat down on the bed. He started packing his things. He was packing his things one by one. I was sitting down there looking at him. He didn't say anything to me. After packing his things, he just left. And I said, you're going to leave me and the kids. He didn't say anything, he left. So I was stranded. I sat down. I asked God, where did I go wrong? By giving him a job to release stress from me. And my sister warned me not to give him that job. My sister was like, I could do the job and still do the business. But I said, I will kill myself. How can I be working and still be doing business? And he would just be there. I said, no, okay, let him do the job because in the morning I take the kids to school, then I prepare breakfast. He won't be able to do all that. So I can have time for my business. So it's better he has the job. So he left. I sat down on the bed. I started crying. I didn't know who to call. I was stranded. I was just there thinking if I should end everything. I asked God, is this how marriage is? Marriage of 10 years. So I sat down. I now called my mom. It was my mom that was the only thing in my mind then. So I called her. I told her that my husband has left me with the kids. She said, he left? I said, yes. That he said, I should find my way. He's finding his way. So my mom said, okay, no problem. Just wait, let me look for how we get money. How much do you have? I said, I have 150. So my mom started looking for money. She didn't even have money. And the landlord has given me 5 days to leave. I was there. The landlord would come and ask me, where is your husband? I said, he traveled because I can't start telling him this is what is going on. I just keep saying he traveled. He traveled. I was alone with the kids. When the kids came back from school, they were asking me, Mommy, where's daddy? I told them he left. I don't know where he went to. So I was there. My mom would call me. She hasn't seen money. I should be praying. The second day came, no money. The third day, that was when my mom sent the balance of the money and told me to get a place. She completed the money for me. So I have just 2 days to leave the place. So I started looking for a place. That was when I met Mr. Matthew. And when I saw the apartment, it was okay. I said, okay, let me go for this one because it was really stressful for me looking for a place. So I paid for a year. I moved into the apartment July 18th, 2018. My business was doing well. I was taking care of the kids. I was trying my best. I was paying school fees. And I used to pay the utility bill he's talking about. I tried my best to pay that.
Can I ask a question? Your Honor, please. How many months after you packed into my house did you pay?
Whenever there is, whenever there is.
When you pack in, did I collect any agreement fee?
No.
I did it because of her situation. And since then, she took me for granted. And you know that my kids,
Your
that
Honor,
I'm a clearing agent. I'm a clearing agent.
I didn't take him for
and my
granted.
customers,
He was nice to me. I didn't
most
take
of
him
my
for
importers
granted.
are no more importing. I told you my kids, you know, you see them stay at home because of school fees. So what you're saying, I understand whatever you're saying, but it's not that my date, you saw the first floor is flooded when it rains. So I can't put anybody there. So if you keep living there and owing me, telling these stories, so for how long?
The defendant, a single mother abandoned by her husband with 2 children, claims that the pandemic and the consequent downturn in the economy complicated her financial situation. The plaintiff also claims that he is equally impacted by the pandemic and the rent is his fallback plan. Judge Fumi wades into this matter.
I'm not finding it
Let's
easy
arrange.
as well.
She didn't interrupt you.
Oh, sorry.
Out
Sorry.
when
Yeah,
they
I'm
narrate.
not.
So you have no right to interrupt her.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Well,
Your Honor, ma, I paid everything he's saying here. I try my best to pay. Even when I don't have, I go and look for to pay. I give him utility bill, I give him security bills,
you
anything.
paid. He's not saying you didn't pay at all. He said you only paid for a while.
Yes.
And thereafter you
Yes, ma.
stopped.
Yes, ma.
So
When I
that's
couldn't,
what he just said now. He
when
said,
I
for how many
couldn't-
months? You paid when you moved in. You paid for a while, but subsequently you stopped paying all this utility bill and the rent as well. Eventually, that's his claim.
yes, ma. I couldn't meet up again when this recession took place due to the pandemic and the COVID-19. I couldn't meet up again. Business
When was the last time you paid rent?
It was 2019.
When was pandemic and lockdown?
It was, I think, February 2020.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
My business was not going as it used
That
to
is
go.
different, but not lockdown. There
So
was no lockdown at that period.
I wasn't getting sales like before.
Okay.
The sales were not coming like how it used to come. If I get sales today, before I will get another one, it will take time. And the money I got from this one, I would have used it for the kids, for feeding, or for one or two things in the house. So I couldn't meet up. I couldn't even meet up with my kids' school fees. I was owing the school too, where they go to school. So I went to him and I explained everything to him. I told him everything to please have patience with me, that I've told some people about
When did you tell him that? When did you ask him to have patience for you?
when the rent
Which period?
expired.
Which year?
It was 2020.
2020 when?
2020 July 18th.
July, okay.
Yes.
And we're in 2021 now.
Yes, ma'am.
So, go ahead.
So I went to meet him. I explained to him. At first, he listened to me, and I thought he reasoned with me, but I later saw that he was changing. He was always coming to the house
What do you
and
mean
tell
by
me.
he reasoned with you? If he didn't reason with you, you've spent like 2 years extra in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
How many landlords in Lagos will allow a tenant to stay in the house without paying rent for 2 years? More especially when they are in dire need themselves. You heard his own complaint as well. He said his children are home. You all live together in the same premises.
Your Honor.
Don't interrupt me again.
Sorry, my Lord.
So if he's asking you to pay 2 years after, I don't think he has done anything out of place. If you are paying rent of 350,000 naira now, I think that's the rent now.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
if what you can conveniently afford is 100,000 naira per annum, go for it. You just need to readjust. And when your finance is okay again and you bounce back, then you go for a more expensive apartment. That's the way life is. You just have to keep adjusting and readjusting. Because as it is now, you want vacant possession of that apartment. You have something else you want to say?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead now.
I even considered her predicament, and I told her, I said, okay, out of the almost 2 years you are owing, get me 1.5 years and find how you can sort yourselves out. I discussed that with her even before I found out that the only way is for the court to help me, because I don't want to take action that will be illegal. So I told her to cut it, and I cut off some a little while, a little from as long as she can leave the house, because now it's the only apartment that is free in my whole house, because when it's raining, the ground floor is flooded, so I can't put anyone there. And she knows that if I was getting that money, I would have filled the first floor, the ground floor, so I have to put somebody there. And it's been a problem since then. Last Christmas that you were cooking, did you see my family cook anything in the house?
How would I know, sir?
No, you were there. You are there.
How would I know?
You saw them and you saw we didn't cook because I wasn't having money. When you were frying the chicken, you think my children don't eat chicken.
Your Honor, he doesn't even know how I got that chicken. My kids, kids have not been eating with.
No, I understand.
They have not been eating anything. That day I had to go and take that chicken on credit.
When last do you see me go to clear any container in the? My importers are no more important. I'm a custom license agent. When last? Most times you see me idle. I'm facing it as well. But the truth is, I told you, okay, make a way to pay me some part of the money there. I can do away with maybe some months.
The bottom line is you are owing. And the second issue is he wants you out of the premises. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I understand you have your own challenges. I want you to address the court on when you want to move out of the premises. That's the first thing. I just want you to agree on when you are vacating the premises, because the second stage is the payment of the outstanding rents. Whether you live there or you move out, it's money that you are still owing him that has to be paid.
I don't want to give a date that I'm not sure of.
There's nothing like you're not sure. There's a process that can take you out of the premises. It's not your right to stay there till any time you like. That's the law. And that's why you are here.
Okay, let me say June. Ending of June.
What do you have to say to that?
Your Honor, I'm not desperate on her movement. What I'm desperate is that when is she paying me the money?
So you don't mind her to stay there?
Yeah, even
as long as she wants?
No. The July, I can be patient. But she needs to pay me the money because that's...
I just told you, I said we're addressing two different issues. But the first is I want you to agree on when she's moving out of the premises. Because once you agree on when she's moving out, it's very easy to calculate how much she'll be paying you. So don't put the cart before the horse.
The end of June is okay, Your Honor.
End of June is okay. End of June?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, if she's to move out by end of June, how much will you be owing him at that point in time?
It will be a year and...
How much? I want the sum.
I think it's 525.
So 525,000 naira.
Yes, ma'am.
So when and how do you want to pay that? I already told you can pay by installments.
If you will allow me to be giving him 5,000 every month.